Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.
Da-da-da-day. Hey, welcome to another episode of My Mama Told Me.
The podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of black conspiracy theories.
And we finally work to prove that the gun Madea stays so close to throughout all the movies is actually a personification of black girl magic. My name is David Moore.
I'm Langston Kerman, and I've got big feelings about this.
Let me hear it.
Okay, let's first set our listeners up, because this is a motherfucking mini episode. Nothing special about it. That's not true. This is a very special mini episode.
Right.
Because we're doing something a little different. We're fucking around on this one. We're getting weird. And boy, oh boy, are you all lucky that this is what we've chosen to do. Or, man, I don't know. We have some regrets. But one of the things we do to satiate your sick fucking needs is we are going to be going through classic black cinema and unpacking it and just talking about some of the conspiracies deeply rooted in some of your favorite black films. And today we thought, what better way to start is to start by unpacking Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
I think this is a classic. Top of everybody's watch list. As someone who's followed Tyler Perry. As someone who's followed Tyler Perry from the stages into the cinema, I'm very excited.
Yeah, and that's true, right? You were a watcher of the staged, videotaped Tyler Perry productions.
Well, it was on DVD. Now we were doing well, and I see. My mom had a few.
Listen, you may have gotten it on DVD, but that nigga was videotaping.
100%. Because there's no time on those plays. It could have been 92. It could have been 02. The point is, right. I've seen some of the plays. A lot of singing, a lot of God. Kind of not for me. So I was very happy when he made a movie of just the parts we want.
Well, okay, so that takes us then to the conspiracy you presented, that this gun is in fact a metaphor for black girl magic. And one of the things that I struggled with inside of rewatching this film, and we've already started to talk about it, and we'll talk much more about why this film is such a journey to take on, because we did rewatch it. Both of us took the time to
2
rewatch all 2 hours, 1 hour and 56 minutes of Diary of a Mad Black Woman, starring Elise Neal and a bald head nigga whose name I can't remember. Of course, the legendary, the king, Shemar Moore.
King is loose term.
The greatest king that ever was, Shemar Moore. And boy, oh boy, did I wish Madea used that gun on at least one or more of these characters sooner. Please unleash your black girl magic and murder some of these people so that this film could end faster, is how I felt.
There was about 4 too many subplots in this whole movie for me.
Dog. There's an entire section where the very, very mean husband, played by the bald black man, is somehow the defense attorney for a major cocaine distributor.
Yes. Yeah, that is. And then she has to. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, please. I'm truly ending the sentence there because I got nothing.
And then somehow also she is called into the case, but like when she should be. She's already living her own. There's no reason for this man to come back into this movie, right? She's already living her whole own life. Her and Shemar Moore are getting together. I believe they've been intimate at this point.
She wrote it in the diary that that she gave her. I believe she said something along the lines of giving him his spirit, her spirit.
It was terribly unsexual.
It was like a very. It was almost like a closeted homosexual man wrote about the lovemaking between a man and a woman.
It was clearly a man who has no idea about the courtship and or sex act.
Yeah.
Or has known any women in general.
We melded our parts, I believe is what he said.
My question is, when they were fucking, did Shemar take that wig off?
You know my boy ain't take that wig off. He's shy under there. He ain't take that wig off.
He's fucking with the cornrows on.
I thought, and this was my mistake, because this was sort of a transition period for Shemar Moore. I do remember believing for years.
Transition into what? What are you talking about?
Brother, the brother, he's had many phases. We've talked about it before on the podcast. I'll talk about it again. But Shemar Moore started as maybe the sexiest man to ever walk the planet Earth. And then he transitioned into kind of a loser. And we were all like, I think Shemar Moore might be a loser. That was during the midst of like the Soul Train sort of hosting period where we were like, hey, this dude dances weird.
The rapid pumps.
Yeah, he's not as cool as we thought he was. This might be a mistake for us to want to bone him as bad as we do. And then there was, almost like Jesus, this period where we didn't know what Shemar Moore was up to. And that was in between Soul Train and Diary of a Mad Black Woman, I would say, is when we were like, what the fuck is Shemar Moore up to? And as it turns out, what he was up to was going bald. He was going bald. He was losing.
Is that the era where he started to be? I know there was an era where he was photographed with a lot of questionable hats. Is that when that started?
I think that's when the fedora era kicked in. Yes. I think that is ultimately why the wig was so necessary in this film, because Tyler Perry does make wild choices with wigs. It's objectively, he makes some fucked up wig decisions, but there was no reason to put a wig on the sexiest man to ever walk the planet Earth.
It was a crazy move. I also will say, I think that's why Tyler Perry doesn't pay industry wages, is because he's blown it all on the wig budget.
Oh,
I mean, how many wigs do you think they got around Tyler Perry's studio? They must have a hanger,
right?
At this point,
you think they're stuffing wigs in the bathrooms like Trump did those documents that he stole from the White House?
I think he's a man who loves to play dress up, and he likes a lot of wigs around.
Okay, I love this. So Tyler Perry is, in your mind, using some of these wigs. He isn't just like laying them around for others.
Oh no, I think he's using the wigs in some type of adult childhood situation. I think that after everybody goes home at night, maybe he dresses up and has like imaginary tea parties with everyone.
Wow.
I like to think he's getting in costume a lot.
I did hear this story, and this sort of connects to what you're saying. I heard a story that Barbra Streisand has a mall in the bottom of her mansion, that like she has built a literal mall in the bottom of her mansion that like has actual employees and actual items you can buy, and will regularly go down there, I think almost every day or once a week. I can't remember exactly what it was, but we'll go shopping in this mall of employees with stuff that she has all paid for. All of this is technically her shit, but she will go shopping in the mall and specifically go to this toy store where she'll buy a doll almost every day or once a week or whatever the fuck it is, just to like relive her childhood, just to like feel the joy of what it felt like to be a little girl buying a doll at the mall. And so, to your point, maybe there's a wig store that Tyler Perry just has set up at Tyler Perry Studios where he's like, I want the candy colored wig. And it's like, sure, Mr. Perry, whatever you want, man.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the guy at the hot dog on a stick is like, he'll never come in here.
Yeah. He keep on saying, if I go in there, people going to know. People going to know my secret, so he don't come. Why he would build the hot dog on a stick and then not come, we don't get it.
It's insane. I thought he loved lemonade. I see him drink it. But truly, I mean, not to digress down this also very interesting, that Barbra Streisand thing fucked me up. I feel like that's for another day.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucked up and sad and not, it really tells you how bad Hollywood can be to a person's brain.
Yeah, what a funny girl. But back to this Tyler Perry, specifically Madea with the gun.
Yeah.
I thought this idea, because I was quite frankly kind of stoned and I thought it was funny. But the more I watched it, it's like, because whenever she has the gun, it's the most ridiculous top parts of the movie, but it's also like problem solving.
Yeah, no, I every problem that's sort of presented in this movie that feels like it is without solution is resolved almost immediately as Madea pulls the gun out.
Exactly. And that's what I was getting to, where it's like, let's say this gun isn't real, then it becomes, if you look at it just like on like moving the plot forward, then it kind of just becomes Madea taking control of situations over and over again. Because you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, and what's especially fascinating about it, and this is some of the I guess struggle I had inside of the film. What makes it so long and arduous is that it does feel like this super promotion for Christianity, right? Like literally every primary solution that is presented to Elise Neal's character throughout the film is, baby girl, you just gotta pray. You just gotta trust in God, and God will get you through this. And the only character that presents even some possibility as an alternative is Madea, who says, shoot the nigga. just go in gun blazing, and that'll solve your problems as well.
And it's like, back to the wall. Who do you side with?
As
I saw
a fan,
Madea get a lot done in this movie, is all I'm saying.
Listen, her mom went back to a nursing home, but Madea had a cookout. So
yeah. Also, can we talk about how it's crazy that the grandma is fine, but the mom is crazy?
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem odd?
Yeah, and I guess the implication wasn't that the mom is crazy as much as she is just incapable of caring for herself, but
also,
it is odd.
Also, he put her in the home because as she said, he didn't line up with it. She didn't line up with his American dream. Which she put that in quotes as if he had said that to her, like, listen, bitch, your mom does not align with my American dream.
But what's even crazier is the way that he speaks to her. He might have. Like, he opens the film by being like, bitch, get out my car.
Bro, right? I don't want to be that guy, and I'm not trying to victim blame, but bitch, you should have seen it coming.
Come on.
You didn't know that was a bad guy? Listen to him talk.
If I come home and my wife is packing my things in the front yard, I don't go inside and go, what's going on? I go inside and I go, I got to salvage something.
No,
I've got to burn. The fact that she thought that the new dresses in that closet were for her makes her a literal dum-dum. How can you help her?
What a L she had to take. What a L she had to take. Because I saw it coming. I knew exactly. I could smell it on that guy. Of course he's moving this new woman in. She's going to be light-skinned with curly hair. I know it.
When she shows up to the office and he is standing with his new woman and his, for some reason, Filipino son.
Yeah, why did he look like that? Why did he look like that?
The oldest Filipino boy that they could cast for the role of mixed child number 1.
That boy speaks Tagalog. He might as well have played a lumpia.
And he didn't apologize. He didn't go, oh, baby, this is my client. You don't realize. He just was like, bitch, I'll see you at home. Ma'am, it's over.
You knew that. He's been, and he didn't just start talking to her like that. That's my issue. That diary should have been full of her being mad.
Dear diary, he cussed me out again today. I think things are going astray. Like, there should be lots of clues for you to follow as you make it to the end of this journey. Dear listeners, it's Langston Kerman.
And it's David Borey.
And we are the hosts of a little podcast called My Mama Told Me. And more importantly, My Mama Told Me is going on tour. We are hitting a bunch of phenomenal cities, and we want you to be there.
Yes, come out and see us. August 19th, Houston, Texas. August 20th, Austin, Texas. August 24th, Chicago, Illinois. Illinois? I don't know how to do it. August 26th, New York, New York. And August 27th in Pittsburgh, PA.
We're going to be telling jokes. We're going to be playing games. We are going to be spreading salacious rumors, and we're going to be accusing some of your favorite Black people of being a part of the Illuminati. It's all going to be phenomenal. You got to be there. Buy your tickets now.
Also, watching this film, I don't understand what Shemar Moore saw in her, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. No, not at all.
How did that
Shemar
work?
Moore.
You're doing good, my man. You got cornrows. You got a truck. You got another job?
Yeah. Yeah, you got a couple of jobs. You got a cousin that hooks you up every once in a while.
Yeah, what do you don't need these problems.
No, come on, man. She's stressful. You saw how she got put out of her house.
Her grandma's pulling guns all the time?
Come on, man.
Her grandma pulled a gun at the barbecue in the kitchen on the old man.
Her great uncle tried to have sex with her. This family's messed up. You gotta value yourself, Shemar Moore.
Yeah, it kind of makes me, at first you're like, because she's talking and you're like, oh, that's so sad that he made her disengage from her family. But then you see the family dynamics and you're like, maybe she disengaged from, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Or you see the family dynamic and you're like, hey, man, that ain't the part that he's being a bad guy about.
Yeah, he was kind
right.
of for real about that.
Maybe we shouldn't spend every Thanksgiving with this lady who shoots people. Maybe that's not the... There's that one scene where they're like all hanging out in the kitchen, and it's close to the end where like it's just like doing weird wrap up stuff of her being like, I still want to be with him and figure this out, blah, 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 blah. And then Madea just pulls her gun out for no reason. She just goes, hey, y'all, by the way, I still got my gun. All right, now. And she like clicks it a bunch of times.
She's
and puts it back in her purse.
She's reminding you of the Black girl magic.
Yeah. This is the alternative to Jesus. White Jesus is Black girl magic.
It's like everybody else in this movie is got Jesus. Madea's got her wits. And it makes me like the movie a lot better if it's not an actual gun that she's just taking out all the time.
Yeah.
Someone needs to check on this old woman. She's in the house.
Frankly, the old man that lives with her too, because he be talking crazy. And
at least a sex pest. He is at least a sex pest.
There's that one scene. This is right after Elise Neal gets kicked out of her home and steals the U-Haul truck from Shemar Moore. Somehow.
Which how?
I don't know.
He was in the driver's
Moore
seat.
Just decides. But he's like such a chivalrous man that he like gets out of the driver's seat and gives her the truck and is now stuck on the street in a pre-Uber America. But that's neither here nor there. There's a scene where Elise Neal is so tired and worn out from her harrowing night that she is sleeping on the couch, still in the dress that did not belong to her from the night before. And then Madea wakes her up by shooting the gun into her own ceiling. Just like pops one in the air, and then her brother goes running, he shits himself for some reason, and literal dust from her own ceiling falls onto Medea's head, and she feels nothing from it. She's not fazed at all by that choice.
That's because she's traumatized. She has PTSD, right?
Madea?
Yeah.
What do you think from? What do you think Madea? Do you think she's
all the
like
previous times in her youth she had to use said gun?
You think it's from all the murders and mayhem that she was a part of?
You don't pull it out that cavalier at the age of 100, whatever the fuck she is, without having been comfortable doing that from an earlier time, right?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
She has active court cases. Remember when they go to court? She's currently on papers.
Yeah, Judge, what was her name? Judge Maybelline?
Yeah. Because everyone in this movie has a 100-year-old name.
Judge Maybelline had a very hit show at that time. She was a logical choice to make the cameo judge for this film, but goddamn, was this a horror show of a film? But I will say that your Black Girl Magic assessment doesn't feel completely off. It does feel like, even if Tyler Perry wasn't speaking specifically about Black Girl Magic, he was presenting the gun as an alternative. It's almost like niggas can either solve their problems through prayer or they can solve their problems through popping caps. And there is no space in between.
Not in, I assume, College Park where they live. I don't know where they live.
It's very unclear what town, city this is, but boy, is it Atlanta. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not
for sure in the Atlanta metro area, 100%.
It's almost like he was shooting it without Atlanta knowing that he was shooting it there, so he couldn't call it Atlanta. But like, niggas know this is Atlanta.
Like, he didn't get the rights to Atlanta.
He didn't get a single shooting permit. He was just like, pick up a camera, Maurice.
Yeah, his cousin Maurice.
He's like, I got a film idea, and we're gonna get it done in 6 days.
Yeah, I don't think that there was necessarily a script written as much as there was a loose plot. Because the movie, so much shit that doesn't have to happen happens. You know what I mean? Like, it's so, and that was the thing with the plays where they were so long. Because the plays were like that, and then imagine every 5 to 7 minutes a 2 to 3 minute long, very Christian song.
Right. Yeah, that feels crazy. Because I forget that I never watched the plays. I've protected myself from those things for years, but I forget that they are in essence musicals. They're not a musical sort of endeavor, and in that way it's like, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, you're not just dealing with this isn't just the story that we're struggling through as viewers. This is the story plus a fucking long solo from whoever's the lead and the chorus and all these people.
Can I tell you, I remember having a friend come over one time when I was a child, being like, hey, I got this cool movie. It's got some really funny parts.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Try to fast forward through all the God and the singing to just the Madea parts.
Fuck.
Truly,
fuck.
Don't know what I was saying. Because it was in the movie, in the play, she smokes weed and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought that would be a fun counterculture thing to show my young Hispanic friend. He did not understand.
No, yeah, this was a I think one of the more complicated arguments that I remember having with folks is whether or not Tyler Perry is out to destroy the Black community. And I do think that part of what made it destructive, at least on its surface, was the idea that when white people or people of other races saw this would be their interpretation of what the Black family is. This is what Black people are, and it felt fucking destructive. So no, I would have never shown this to anybody outside of
course
the Black
not.
community.
You were very smart. The thing about these movies, though, okay, one thing I want to say, it does feel like a thing where you ever heard that term Southern Secrets?
I haven't. Tell me more.
It's this idea, what is it, Southern Secrets Die Hard or some shit? It's just this idea, there's always in all the movies, there's always some crazy deep secret that comes to light. It's a lot of people there's major discoveries, right? Emotional. And it makes me feel like Tyler Perry is hiding some major secrets.
Yeah.
I mean, are we just going to say it?
Yeah, I think Buddy's got a few secrets he's not ready to talk about.
A couple secrets he hasn't told anybody, you know what I'm talking about?
And I do think if he ever does come out and sort of makes himself a openly gay man, I do think his filmmaking will get better.
Are you kidding me? The Tyler Perry Down Low movie? That would be an epic. Imagine a movie about down low black men in America with music.
I don't want to get my dick sucked, but I gotta get my dick sucked.
And then some big guy like, come back and get your dick sucked. I'm gonna suck on that dick.
But not in a gay way.
It's crazy because that's what I assume gay guys are doing anyways.
Yeah, they're like, go back. They're just singing at each other. Come back here, let me suck that dick. I don't know what this is for. I don't know if we've solved any problems, but I do think we did it. If whatever we were meant to do, I think we covered it.
I think we covered a lot of important ground here today.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll find more conspiracies underneath some of our most gorgeous and most awful black cinema.
I mean, just for clarification, this one was gorgeous.
Gorgeous, I agree to disagree, but it certainly was made. A lot of people said it wouldn't get made, and it was made, and now he's the wealthiest man in Hollywood, and what are you going to do about it, you know?
Not suck his dick, because he doesn't like that.
He don't like that. We all know that, and he tells us every day with the films that he's making. Bori, can you tell the people where they can find you and what cool shit you have going on?
You can find me at Cool Guy Jokes 87 on Instagram. Cool Guy Jokes 87. Go ahead and check that out. Got a lot of stuff coming up. My tour dates are all at bringdavidaplate.com. Come see me out on the road.
Yeah, and if you want to follow me, see me at Langston Kerman on Instagram and wherever else that exists. And also, come see us on tour in August. We'll be in a bunch of places in August, including New York, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Houston, Austin. That's everybody, I believe. But we hope to have more dates beyond that. But if you're in any of those areas, come check us out. We would love to see you there. And as always, if you want to send us your own conspiracies, your own drops, if you want to tell us what the gun is truly a metaphor in the Madea films, please send it all to mymommapod@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. That covers everything. Bye, bitch.
Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode. Mini episode. Motherfucking mini episode.